Alright guys, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of North Korea, or the Korea Democratic People's Republic. And like I've said before, mostly the people that are democratic. Anyway, and not the government, because we're not letting any of that happen. Fossil fuels trade with Iran was modified because of a lack of civilian industry. What a warning to start off with. Ooh. So we lost the civilian industry somehow, possibly due to trade. But our oil is fuel. Our fuel reserves are fuel. There. We have full fuel reserves. That is a tongue twister I was not expecting to run into. I apologize. Anyway, looks like South Korea is bulking up their forces. I do kind of want to, yeah, see they're moving infantry into the region. So I do want to send a unit down there to scout, but I'm also reluctant to for various reasons. Yeah, let's see. So Wang He and Kang Wan, I may need to reorder these. Something like this. So the reason... Oh, we did actually finish the tech. That's good. And we have 2.1 years of fuel. So we got plenty of time to build for a minute here. That's pretty good. We do need power, so we can go back up. Yeah. Because our renewable energy fluctuation is just so terrible. I don't think there's anything I'm going to be able to build or get out of here that's going to boost my energy, is there? No, it looks like literally everything in here is just going to be a demerit in that sense. So I probably do need to start looking at, well, I probably need to take this for fuel in a couple months or a year. All right, what was... Yeah, so this actually gives a research bonus. Ooh, yeah. Stability, tech metals. And I have to have both to get to this tree level. Let's think about this. Gives you hydroelectric infrastructure. Oh wait, so this will actually give you power possibly? Let's try and take this, see if it modifies our power generation at all. Because that may be the answer, if that's... Because that could be hugely beneficial. Because we've already got nuclear power. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and kick it up again. We'll go fast. We're gonna go fast, even at risk of it crashing on us. What's our foreign investment return? 6%? We could start investing in South Korea. I think that'd be pretty funny. What about China? Do they want roads? They do want roads. Yeah, because we didn't accrue a ton of debt. That does give us a lot of leeway to take out loans now and start doing foreign investment where we can. I do have a lot of political power, and I do want to see. Yeah, I do. I need to lower our corruption. I just noticed I had enough. 240. That's the mark. We're back up to medium military spending. We do have a consumption economy right now. There's Yeah, if I can get enough resources to start trading through this pathway of investment um into our infrastructure, we're gonna be really well off. But Hem Young and Pyongyang are definitely, I think, the two with the most resources if I look here. Yeah, so if we get those up, we should start being asked to trade in large quantities of steel, I would bet. Especially if we start opening up our economy more here to like mixed or export. But before we can do that, we do have to get our corruption situation. Oh my god, that was loud. Why did that pop up in my audio? I'll have to check in post processing. That was so loud. One event popping up is not that loud. Okay, yeah, so we do. I had to turn my volume down. Okay, so that was the power plant. Let's check our power. Maybe it went up? Very, very much a maybe for me on this. What are we looking at here? Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, we went up a lot. Look at that. That was the thing I was missing. That right there. That alone. Um, yeah, it gives you a 1.5 electrical power. I just skimmed over that, I guess. Or maybe it was too low and I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I could have missed that, but that's pretty obvious. Giveaway that that's what we need. Um, I think, yeah, I have to take this silk mill. This will give us another fuel generation. Might as well knock it out. No point in being caught lacking. And then, yeah, let's see if we can do this investment here. We should, well, I guess we're not going to get money for like 2 weeks. Renewable power, how you have failed me. Every time. Renewable energy. Yeah, we're getting half a bill though, so that's pretty good. I think last round, ooh, we're floating right below it. It's worth it. We need the construction speed. That's an immediate improvement. That's a huge improvement for us to just go to max education. Stability dropped. Or I don't know if it dropped. Maybe I'm just thinking of the Grease playthrough. I'm sorry. I could be going crazy there. I do record these like one after the other or the opposite, right? The other one before the other one. So I do tend to like mix up what I'm doing. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. I'm sure they have. Uh, one of like someone has somewhere. But I'll definitely be playing these and just absolutely think that I'm like doing something with someone else. Like, oh, I'm being friendly with this nation and I have these units here, and then I'll get there and I'll be like, that was not this playthrough. Makes it much more interesting because, you know, like when you're playing on your own, you usually tend to play one playthrough all the way through. But yeah, it just makes it a little bit more interesting when you're switching back and forth and you're coming back to it from that standpoint. It's not boring. that's that's all I can say. That's why like in I guess it was September, the first vote I did where I was like, I really want to play the US, but everyone wants me to play Chechnya. Doing that, I didn't really understand the consequences of what I was doing. So, here we are. All right, so we have enough money. We're going to invest in roads in the region next to China, us in China, which someday maybe we'll take. Maybe that will be Korea. Who knows? It's our map. It's our game. Let's see what happens. And honestly, this is probably the country with the best bonuses I've played. Like, other than like the US or someone that you can completely just go off the rails with and do some crazy things because they have tons of units, tons of income, tons of already existing tech. The this might be one of the better like starts through the tree for like getting a strong nation quickly, which is weird. Just have to say it's weird. Like I feel like Chechnya could have been pretty good too had I not ran into the population nightmare that I handled poorly. And also got space programming like it should have happened. All right, so we need some fuel, preferably in Kangwon. That is not an option. So we're looking North Pyongyang. Pyongyang could use one. Let's go ahead and give it there. Honestly, I should denounce the US every chance I shouldn't I? Hmm. Hmm. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start the struggle for power. It's already 2004. I just realized that. We're running out of time, guys. I got to get our actual infrastructure online. Um, where do I have max? I do not have max roads anywhere. All right, so Hamyong is going to be what we're going to focus on. That is going to be my industrial focus. Oh, look at that. We can put network infrastructure everywhere as well. These should be pretty quick to build. Go ahead and move these into the correct area. That's nice. The North Koreans get Wi-Fi. Um, we're so close to the research slot. That is absolutely frustrating. I'm going to need a nuclear power plant. And we'll build all those in Himyong as well. I'll have to swap the construction of both of those back and forth. For a mutual investment, I think that was Ethiopia. I didn't read who it was. I'm for sure gonna do that. Leon Ying, if I said that right. We do have an infrastructure project. Right, that's China. It's not ours. Dang, no one invested in us. That's what happens? You're the Hermit Kingdom, and everyone thinks you're corrupt, but you're really not. You're really a good, honest kingdom, totalitarian state. Let's see. Yeah, still have fuel problems, even though we got another farm or biofuel plant, but it doesn't really do anything for us. I think the arduous march here is now all benefits. Nice. We've almost got that finished off. Yeah, military arms, small arms, and main battle tanks, which we are not building, get a buff. We probably need small arms as one of the next things we make. Those will support our equipment production. Looks like we're getting 5 jets a year now. Uh, we're almost capped out on APCs. I do need to look to see what our research is doing for the gun. Yeah, so I did want to kind of mess around with the APC design. Wait, that's in production. Let's check this out. Let's check this for... Yeah, because this says APCs for autocannons. This would be soft versus hard attack. That gives a bigger reliability reduction. So the early regular autocannon. Oh, and then the ammo's wrong. Was that why I couldn't use the autocannon? Okay. Okay. That is literally hurting my soul. Hold up, let me fix that. Oh, that's so dumb of me. Ah. Ah. All right, we're back. We're back mentally. We're back. We're cool. We're gonna go the historical route. We're going with the Kim dynasty. Uh, do we go with? Do we want the Kim family to rule forever here? I think we do. I think we're gonna go for the Kim, and we're going Orthodox's successor too. We're just gonna go full on Orthodox North Korea, but with a secret advisor. That's the play. Oh, and then we have enough. We can lower to slight corruption. And now we get better autocannons, which we really need. I could do ammunition. Battle stations, ammunition's fast. That is a fast improvement. I'm pretty much going to take that. We are going to do this to this, though. I am going to make some changes here. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade. One of these is only 7.5. This one's 0.5. 10% reliability. I'm going to get rid of this. We're actually going to throw that there, and then I think I can do a coax cannon on it as well. So this is the A2 model. This is the model that will absolutely wreck all the enemies we're running into. Speed for reliability and extra armor. Okay. Defense for breakthrough. Lower speed. We'll just go back to welded turret. I'm going to say that should be fine. There. We've got an overall better APC. Yeah, we have 135 with all the wrong set, like gear. Kinda messing with the Himalayas. Oh, come on. Okay, so we're cool there. We're gonna go down the resource mining path. I don't think we really need population. Military spending probably for sure. Definitely would be interested in switching this. Maybe going to semi-consumption. Yeah, I think I'm gonna work on that. Yeah, because what's our actual expense? 28 million. Negligible. 8.5 billion to do some foreign investment. I wonder how China feels about that with North Korea investing in them. Can we feed our people? I think we can now. Yeah, we're good now. We're good. South Korea? Will they even take our like investments? That's the real question. Yeah, and then once we get more productivity and production, the space program, I will be using that. Yes, we can launch. Wrong one. Where's spy sats? 2,000 kilograms. How many satellites? We have one of each. Yeah. That's accurate, I guess. That's fair. Oh man, we might as well have not even launched these. What is this gonna do? What's my cost? I want 100. I could launch with 25, right? Let's go ahead and see what that does. For our treasury, I figured, but it's worth it. And then I'll go ahead and take a loan. And we're gonna invest. And then we'll pay back the loan. That way you know we're doing the right thing for our guys here. We're getting satellites for research and spying, but mostly for research. Stability is going up. So that's good. Let's check what our payment is. See, we need to keep that down. We're about to get resource mining. So that's pretty cool. I'd say by 2006, I want to have my next goal for North Korea is for us to be fully, like, have a full construction stack. That would be, if I could manage that somehow in 2 years, that would be incredible. Make sure we send our medicine relief. So Kim Jong-un is not the favorite. Which is very intriguing. Where is a country we can go to do some testing? I think we still have a navy, right? I didn't delete that for North Korea. What's our range? Naval range. Taiwan. That island. Some of this island stuff with Russia. South Korea. Then our naval patrol is very short ranged. All right, let's go to the map here. What are these? Japan owns that. Taiwan still owns that. The US. What do we have here? Micronesia. I need resources, but this could be a good naval base. The Navy changes are going to make this way more difficult to expand. Let's see. Does anything here give a naval yard? Right here. 15 billion, 10 billion, 6, so 12, so 22, 37, 37 billion. You get 2 naval yards. I'm going to have to take that. I think that's going to be one of the things we need to do immediately is expand outside of the peninsula to get more resources. Yeah, so I'm going to focus on internal construction, and then we'll work on our expansion for sure. Defense system. Oh, is that mine protection? Is that the one I don't have that I need? Is there a reason to use heavy versus light? I'm not really seeing it. And we're about to get our... Oh, okay, that popped in. Let's check. How many days is this? I didn't look out. 49, 150, 200, 250. So that's a couple years. I can do rare metal exploitation. Oh. Private investors invest in a civilian industry. That's huge. That is absolutely a huge improvement. That's like a 25% increase, basically, in our build speed. That probably gives us a research slot as well. Yep. We can upgrade our lab equipment easily. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end that here. September 1st of 2004 of the North Korea playthrough at 267 billion as our GDP mark with a 10 billion GDP per capita. Right? Yeah. Which puts us solidly for everyone that cares about the ledger right behind Hong Kong. So Hong Kong is still kicking our butt in global economy output. Industry wise, I think we're at something like what? I need to add that actually. I'll just go ahead and put factories here. So we're at 5. So we're among the likes of Lithuania, Sudan, Honduras, or Costa Rica. Even Kenya's there. Estonia. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next episode.